What is up, YouTube? My name is Justin Metzger, and this video is gonna be a little different than any other video I'll probably ever post. Basically, I'm going to break down exactly how I got into shape, how I transformed my body, how I went from skinny fat to jacked. And I want to break it down exactly step by step, A to Z, exactly how I did it, every little step along the way to do with diet, nutrition, lifestyle, fitness, gym routine, calisthenics, weights, all of it. I'm going to break it all down for you guys step by step so that you guys can actually see exactly what I do to get the body that I have and exactly how you guys can do it as well. And as some of you guys know or don't know, my training routine is a little different than most other people. I train with calisthenics and weights. I combine the two. So I'm going to be basically going over exactly how I do that, exactly how I gain muscle from that, exactly how I progress in my calisthenics moves, and how I am going to teach you guys how to progress yourself in calisthenics, in weights, and just how you guys can combine the two to build an absolutely jacked, ripped, strong, dense, functional physique for yourself. So this is a video that you'll definitely want to pay attention to. Put your phone away, put your phone on silent, grab a cup of coffee, whatever you need, sit down and pay attention to this video because it's going to be packed with a lot of value. So yeah, guys, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, guys, let's get right into it. Now, the method and the program that I use to get in shape and to achieve the physique that I have now is called the Body and the Barbell Blueprint. Transform from skinny fat to jacked in 180 days or less. Lose 15 plus pounds of fat while gaining 20% strength while only training in the gym 4 to 6 hours per week. Meet your coach. My name is Justin Metzger. I was a former skinny kid who transformed through fitness and overcame anxiety and depression using training. Now, anxiety and depression used to be a big obstacle in my life. I really struggle with it, especially sleep. There would be nights where I struggle with even sleeping at all, and I'd wake up in the morning and feel like absolute crap. I wouldn't go to school. I'd skip out of school. I'd sometimes skip out of work, and it was just really bad. And I felt like I didn't really have a purpose in life. I didn't really know what I was doing with my life, and that's kind of where I got introduced to fitness. I got introduced to calisthenics. I started training at home, training my body weight. I started seeing results and progress, and you know, I started having a purpose again. I started focusing on something. I had something to focus on and actually work towards. And that in itself just built me a lot of confidence. I was able to transform my body into something that I was really proud of, that other people were noticing. And it was just really good overall for my mental health. So if you guys are struggling with your mental health, I'm not going to say fitness is going to fix all your problems because it won't, unfortunately, but it will give you a purpose. It will give you something to work towards, and it will help you. I can guarantee you that. Now, this program has proven results. I've helped my client Matt lose 18 plus pounds and gain 25% strength in only 3 months. Um, yeah, big progress with his training. Big results with him. Unique approach combines weights and calisthenics for complete athletic development. So, client success story. This is Matt. He started, you can't see this right here for some reason. I cut this image out, but he started at 214.5 pounds and leaned down to 197 in 3 months. So, lost 18 plus pounds of fat. His strength gain went up like significantly. Um, so his bench, these are just a couple examples. His bench went from a 205 for 4 reps to 260 for 2, which is crazy. Now guys, obviously he was training before this. He wasn't a total beginner when he came to me. But he just wanted to lose some fat, gain some strength. And yeah, that's exactly what we got done for him. So his bench went from 205 for 4 reps to 260 for 2. Now his dips, he was struggling with his dips, his body weight dips. At the beginning of the program, he could only do two, and towards the end, he was pushing like 15. So big progress there. Dumbbell press, he was doing 55 pounds for seven, and towards the end, he was doing 75 pounds for nine. So big strength gains for this man, as well as, he leaned down a lot. He lost 18 plus pounds in only 3 months. Now, who is this program for? Guys who have fat loss goals, guys who are a little overweight and want to lose fat, basically. So if you want to lose 15 plus pounds and keep it off forever while adding muscle, lean muscle, this program is for you. Athletic development. If you desire to be well-rounded and an explosive athlete, strong with body and weights, this program is for you. Let me move the screen here. Um, if you need structure, so if you're tired of being inconsistent and need a solid test and blueprint to follow, then this program is for you. We walk you through the whole thing. We help you with everything. I'll explain a little bit more about that later on here. Um, who are the perfect candidates for this program? So if you're ready for change, if you're tired of everything, or sorry, tried everything, but still don't have that jacked, lean physique, this program is for you. If you're motivated, feel motivated to reach your full potential, but need guidance and daily motivation, then this program is for you. Now, if you want to stand out, be the guy doing crazy calisthenics moves, that like amaze and blow people away, this program is 100% for you, because I can tell you right now that that's the case. When you're doing crazy stuff like muscle ups, um, like one arm handstands, handstand push-ups, planche. There's so many. There's like hardly any people who do that, especially in a gym setting. You're like probably a 1%. Um, so it's super cool. Being able to do crazy stuff like that and just get the like attention if that's something you look for. Um, now you need to be ready to invest in yourself. Um, you need to be ready to invest into leveling up. Yeah. If you need motivation, you need discipline and somebody to give you that extra motivation, that extra little push, that extra little oomph, somebody to basically come alongside you and be like, hey man, we need to push a little harder here. We need to be a little more disciplined in this area, etc. That's what I'm here for. That's what I can help you with. Because I've done this all before. I've been on this path. I know what it takes. And sometimes you do need to push. And that's what I'm here for. If you want to feel confident in public, if you want to be finally able to take your shirt off with confidence in public, this is something that some of you guys probably struggle with. Um, Either you're really skinny or a little overweight, and just taking your shirt off in public is kind of scary for you, and that's understandable. There's a lot of people like that. You're not alone in that area, but we can change that. So if you want to change that and feel confident taking your shirt off in public, this program is for you. Who is this program not for? So if you have a stubborn mindset of you want to stick it, if you want to stick to your own way, you don't want a new system, you don't want to try new things, um, then I recommend honestly clicking off this video, because this program is not for you. Weights only, zero interest in calisthenics, only want to do weights. Weights is cool. Weights is cool. I do weights. You're going to be doing both, honestly, and you're going to be getting, the best out of both worlds. So, um, if you have zero interest for calisthenics whatsoever, then this is probably not the program for you. But they combine with each other so well. Calisthenics will train muscles that weights don't, and then weights will just add strength and add size and add like, you know, basically weights will tire out the muscles that we've already trained in calisthenics to get, your muscles fully burned out, to get them fully broken down so that they build up bigger, fatter, and stronger, right? A roundabout way of explaining things. Um, but yeah, if you're not interested in calisthenics whatsoever, probably not the program for you. Quick fixes, looking for easy results and don't want a lifelong system. Uh, why? I mean, like, why? Why wouldn't you? Um, want a lifelong system? Obviously, it's not going to be easy. There's no way of getting easy results, honestly, in fitness. Like if you're looking for a simple fix, there just really isn't one. Um, so if that's something you're looking for, you're not going to find it here. Time constraints. Not ready to put in 4 to 6 hours per week in the gym minimum. I usually train around 5 hours per week. That's an hour per gym session, 5 days a week. It's really not hard to squeeze in. Some of you guys may think you don't have time. I can promise you you do. Um, I used to work from 6 until 7 sometimes, and I'd still go to the gym, and that was basically my life, was just work, the gym, go to sleep, repeat. That was all I really did. Um, and like having enough time is a mindset, honestly. If you want it bad enough, you will find the time. So if you're not willing to put in 46 hours a week in the gym, this is not for you. You're not willing to invest. You must be willing to invest in yourself to better your future self. Um, Plain and simple. Next, the power of combining methods. This is a good one. So the calisthenics benefits, the benefits of training calisthenics. It'll train muscle groups normally missed with weights, and it develops stabilizing muscles and functional strength. Now, guys, from my experience with training calisthenics, and this goes as a lot, like a lot of other people who train calisthenics say the same thing. It builds an insane core. All right. Like every single muscle in a lot of the exercises that we do is being used all at the same time. So let's say in a handstand, like your shoulders are obviously being worked, right, in the handstand, but also your core needs to be tight, your cheeks need to be squeezed, like your legs need to be squeezed, like it all has to be tight, right, for you to effectively hold a handstand. So that's just another one of the benefits. It trains your core, builds a very, very strong core. And who doesn't want a strong core? Because a strong core will help you in every, like it's a very practical thing to have. It'll help you in your everyday lifts and everyday activities. Weight training benefits: builds raw strength and muscle mass, allows progressive overload for continuous growth, transfers over to calisthenic strength, and vice versa. Some people think that weight training is not beneficial for training calisthenics as well because, you know, just strictly weight training will build stiff muscles, build big muscles. Um, the bigger you are, the harder calisthenics is. But if you guys are training strategically, the way that I show you in my program, combining weights and calisthenics strategically, um, you guys will get the best out of both worlds. You'll be strong in weights from training calisthenics. You'll be strong in calisthenics from training weights. They both work so well together if you train them correctly, which I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. The combined advantage creates defined muscle dense physique that is extremely strong and functional. The more advanced you become in calisthenics, the more people will notice you and ask you how you learned it. This is true. I get this all the time. How do you do a handstand? How do you do a handstand push-up? Yo, that's sick. How do you do that? This and that. It's pretty cool. It's honestly pretty cool. And then you get a chance to help out other beginners in the gym as well. So it's fun. Why most men struggle. Number one, poor nutrition. They don't understand how to eat correctly for their goals. Inefficient training. They lack proper training methods and exercise selection. This is another big one. Wrong mindset. Missing dedication, motivation, and discipline for success. Poor nutrition is huge. I used to struggle with this a lot. And it wasn't until I actually like started tracking my macros and actually had a goal, had like a calorie goal per day of what I was eating, a macro goal. It wasn't until I started doing that where I actually started seeing like insane results. My body felt better, my training felt better. I was actually losing weight when I wanted to. I was actually gaining weight when I wanted to. So this is huge. This is really big. Inefficient training, lack of proper training methods, and exercise selection. Another big one. Like I see a lot of people doing stupid exercises that really don't gain you anything at all. Um, and especially with calisthenics, when you're mixing weights and calisthenics, you need to be, you know, you need to select proper exercise and proper training. Otherwise, you can very easily hurt yourself, and you just won't really benefit from either one of the training. Wrong mindset, yeah, obviously, guys. Dedication, motivation, discipline. These are all huge. You kind of need this to be successful in attaining a good physique. So these are all things that I will help you with. Mindsets to avoid: being too busy, making excuses about time. Everyone has time, honestly. They just need discipline. Um, you may have a very busy schedule, and I can understand that a lot of people do. But if you really, really want this, you will find time. Can't commit, unwilling to stay dedicated. This is another thing. Some people will be so motivated for a couple weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm so excited to get up super early. I'm so excited to eat super healthy. I'm so excited to go to the gym and just grind. I'm gonna be so jacked." And then like 2 to 3 weeks in, they're like, "Man, this is shit. This sucks. Like this is not fun at all." And then boom, they drop off and you never see them again. They're done, and they really get nowhere. You can't get anywhere in 2 to 3 weeks. So stay dedicated, guys. Constant work, you guys will reach your goal. Um, I'm pretty confident of that. Doubt, questioning ability to succeed. Like I said before, you can and will succeed if you stick to the plan and don't give up. It's as simple as that, guys. What this program covers: problem navigation, how to overcome common training and nutrition obstacles, diet, training form. We cover it all here. I'm here for questions all the time. And will do my best to help you in every single area that I possibly can. Proven results, exact methods that got Matt 25% stronger and 18 plus pounds lighter. Time efficiency, achieve results with only 46 hours in the gym weekly. We try to make the gym sessions as short and quick as possible because we know you have busy schedules. And it just makes the program so much easier if you have an efficient plan where you can just get in and out of the gym as fast as possible. Simple nutrition, make eating effective and easy while feeling great. Accountability, weekly check-ins with me to make sure you are staying on track. My transformation story. Age 13, skinny kid, struggling with anxiety, depression, and sleep issues, struggled with my identity and purpose in life. I went over this a little bit in the beginning. But yeah, it's true. I struggled a lot. I was a very shy kid, struggled a lot with depression, struggled with just knowing really who I was, what my identity was, how to act around people. Struggled a lot with that, but going to the gym gave me a ton of confidence. As you can see, I'm pretty skinny here. I was really nothing to look at, honestly. Um, but yeah, the gym and fitness helped me out a ton. I have a lot more confidence in myself just walking around in public. If you guys are walking around in public with a built good physique that people can look at and be like, wow, that guy has a crazy physique. He actually cares about himself. It will give you so much more confidence and people will respect you so much more for that. Um, so yeah, like going to the gym honestly kind of changed my life. Found fitness through YouTube videos and started with calisthenics at home. I trained bodyweight for 2 plus years. At age 16, I got a gym membership and fell in love with weights and calisthenics. I did weight training for a few years before I decided to implement both. So yeah, I did calisthenics for two plus years, maybe 3 years, and then as soon as I kind of got my license, which might actually been 17, I'm not, I kind of forget. I started going to the gym and I strictly trained weights. I wanted to get massive. I wanted to get huge. Um, so I did that for a few years. And then after that, I found a couple guys in my town and they were training calisthenics and they had like a whole calisthenics group. So I started training with them, and then kind of was doing both. And then the one summer I decided to this would have been 2 years ago. I started to just train calisthenics with these guys. So I got kind of accepted into the group, started, traveling with the group because this group would like go and do competitions. They go do calisthenics meets. We went to Montreal, we went to Toronto, we went to Mississauga, we went kind of all over the place doing these meets, and I just kind of fell in love with calisthenics. And I was like, you know what? You can do both. Like calisthenics and weights, you can do both. You have to be a little more strategic with it, but you can 100% do both. And the gains are insane. Like you feel good, you're able to move your body and into some crazy moves and also train weights and also gain size. So like in my opinion, it is the best form of training that you can possibly do. Um so yeah, that's kind of a little bunny trail as to how I got into calisthenics and weights. And then my big breakthrough was when I really started tracking nutrition properly, and that's where I saw incredible physique results. Um, before I would just kind of eat whatever. Like I live at home, so my mom, blessed enough that my mom cooks for me. Um, so I would just kind of eat whatever she had, right? And it works. It works. Like you can track your calories somewhat with that. Try not to go above your calorie limit, but Um, it is pretty hard to do it that way. So what I've been doing as of recently, um, is like cooking my own food. I cook all my own food. I track everything, every single macro and calorie. Everything is tracked, so I know exactly what I'm eating. And the benefit of that is, like you know exactly what you eat. So if you weigh yourself, I mean, tracking and weighing yourself goes hand in hand. So if you're trying to lose weight and you're weighing yourself one morning, you're like, man, like I'm gaining weight. Like if you're not tracking your calories, you have nothing to go back to and be like, okay, like I don't know what I need to fix in my diet so that I actually start to lose weight again, right? So tracking your calories, having something to go back to, having a system, is just going to benefit you whether you're cutting or bulking, just having something to go back to and knowing what to change, um, as to how to get the results that you want. Next is my dream, or sorry, my program philosophy. So, number one, to be complete in fitness, strong in every aspect of fitness, explosive, powerful, strong, lean, functional. Yeah, like number two, functional strength, real world applicable and functional strength. Number three, athletic foundation. Weights and calisthenics combined builds a very athletic looking build. True fitness means being strong with weights, body weight, athletic ability. We build functional muscle, um, oversized, creating tone, strong, and a flexible physique. So these are the big three that we focus on in this program. Two main phases. Phase one is a 3 to 4 month phase focused on getting lean and building a solid muscle foundation. High reps and volume to get used to moving weight with a lower food intake. We focus on shredding all excess body fat. So in this first 3 to 4 months, we're strictly doing weights. Actually, sorry, first 2 months. This is wrong here. First 2 months, we're doing strictly weights, focused on getting lean and building solid muscle foundation. Now, the reason we do high reps and volume is basically to get, yeah, like we say here, to get your body used to moving weight, um, but also just to get used to using proper form. Also, the higher the repetition, the easier you can burn out with proper form. So that's kind of why we do it. Less rest time, and you're eating a little less food. Basically, we're trying to shred all excess body fat in this phase. Now, actually, I'll explain it a little bit later on. But so the first 2 months is weights. The next month we add in calisthenics a little bit. Same kind of training structure, but we start adding in a little bit of calisthenics, kind of introducing you to your body weight exercises, but still shredding excess body fat. 2 to 3 months, lean bulking phase, concentrating on putting on lean muscle mass, lower reps and volume with a higher food intake. We focus on progressing in calisthenics movements as well as weights. So this is the second phase of the training program. So after we've gotten lean, after we've, lost all excess body fat, then we dive into the next training phase, which is packing on lean muscle, where we up your food in, yeah, sorry, we up your food intake. We lower the reps and volume, and we really progress on advancing in calisthenics movements. Um, So yeah, we really focus here on just getting strength and adding dense lean size to already skinny, leaned out physique. Maybe not skinny, hopefully not skinny, but leaned out physique. Three three core components: training, nutrition, recovery. So training strategic combinations of weights and calisthenics. Nutrition, we're gonna use precise macro tracking and meal timing plans. Recovery, proper sleep and rest protocols. Proper sleep and rest, huge. Haven't really talked about that too much yet. But getting enough sleep per night is gonna help you so much in your training the next day, in your mood the next day, your energy level, recovery. Um, big one here. Um, but yeah, common training mistakes. Oh, I just gotta get some coffee and keep me going here. Common training mistakes. Number one is going to be low intensity. You're not training hard enough to failure. You're missing muscle growth signals. So if you guys aren't going to complete failure, leaving like 3 to 4 reps in reserve, you're missing out on a lot of muscle, potential muscle growth. You're not fully fatiguing the muscle. You're not fully breaking it down. Therefore, if you're not fully breaking it down, it's not going to rebuild. Really big one. Bad technique reduces effectiveness and increases injury risk. Guys, there's really no point in doing bad form. Like, I see a lot of guys in the gym doing this, and it's not even just young people. Like, it's people who have actually been training for years that go into the gym and they're just like a curl. They're just yanking this curl like their arm around, like throwing their body weight into this thing, and it's just terrible to look at. Like there's no reason to be doing poor form, guys. I want you guys to have very strict form. Okay, fully getting the stretch, fully getting the squeeze, proper form the whole way through, burning out still while holding proper form. Big one. Wrong exercises. Poor exercise selection limits results in progress. Skipping preparation increases injury risk and reduces performance. This is a huge one in calisthenics. Especially the more advanced you get, the more crazy moves you're going to be doing, the more strain you're putting on certain muscles. If you're not warming up, um, it can be bad. Like I know, like I'm not trying to scare you, but the more advanced you get, the more injury prone you can get because you were putting a ton of strain on a lot of your muscles, and some muscles will tear. I know I have friends who train calisthenics and their muscles have torn because of crazy moves and not training or warming up properly. So this is a big one. Make sure you warm up. Make sure you're feeling warm before you get into any crazy exercises. Training fundamentals, intensity. This is probably the most important factor. And when I mean intensity, like train with a look that shows everybody how bad you want it. Train to failure. Um, want that shit. Like you need to be grinding out these movements once again with proper form, as we're gonna talk about in the second one. But yeah, like train with intensity. Want that shit. Move heavy weight. Train to absolute failure while keeping your form. Proper form technique is essential. Don't just throw weight around with sloppy form. Sloppy form increases risk and limits muscle growth. Selection. Right exercises do matter. We pick exercises that will ensure muscle growth in every area for a balanced physique with weights and calisthenics. Intensity forces muscles to grow. Perfect form maximizes the benefits, and smart selection ensures nothing is missed. Intensity variables. Number one is going to be the weight. The weight must be heavy enough to challenge your muscles. Muscle must be told to grow. Muscles will not grow on their own. You need to shock the muscle and basically tell it, hey, we're moving some heavy weight here. You need to grow in order to lift this weight. Reps, high repetitions for muscle endurance, especially as a beginner getting used to weight. This is going to be the first 2-3 months. Your reps are going to be higher. You're going to be focusing on burning out at a higher rep range and just getting used to moving weight with proper form. Rest time. In the beginning, you're going to have a shorter rest time. Shorter rest time increases intensity and endurance. This will also help with higher heart rate and calories burned. Just rushing through the workout is going to keep your heart rate high, and it's going to ensure that you're burning calories, you know, to the best that you can. Tension, constant time, overtension, and muscle engagement with proper form. This is another big one, just keeping constant tension. Don't letting your body relax in a movement, keeping constant tension, never letting the muscle relax. This is something you learn a little bit more when you actually get into the training, and I actually walk you through proper form and how to properly train. Um, Muscle build. The more muscle you build, the more calories you burn. This is actually a scientific fact. The more muscle you build, the more energy you need to, you know, feed and refuel those muscles, meaning the more calories you will burn. Perfect form rule, solid grip. Squeeze handles tight, maintain control throughout the movement, and squeeze the muscles. This is a big one, I think, especially for proper form. Just squeeze that damn dumbbell, squeeze it hard as shit. Um, and yeah, like maintain control throughout the movement and squeeze the muscles. Focus on squeezing the muscle you're actually using. Focus on like mind to muscle connection. Really try to focus on the muscle that you're trying to like engage. Um, and that in itself can sometimes tweak your form and help you to make little tweaks so that you feel that muscle even more. Muscle focus, squeeze on concentric, feel stretch on eccentric movement. So eccentric is the part like I'm using a bicep curl for example. Eccentric, um, yeah, sorry, eccentric is the part where you're going down, where you're relaxing the muscle. Really feel that stretch, but keep constant tension. Don't fully let it out and relax it. Keep constant tension, and then when you squeeze on concentric, squeeze it up as high as you can, and just really squeeze that muscle on the concentric part of the movement. Anyway, stay tight. Keep muscles under constant tension. Never fully relax. That's kind of what I was just explaining there. Perfect reps. Every repetition with perfect form. No swinging or cheating. Sometimes you may want to, guys. Sometimes you may want to get in one last extra rep. Because you think that'll benefit you in some sort of way. If you're not using correct form to do that, don't even bother. Training schedule. So the recommended is 5 days. This is what my split looks like. Minimum is 4 days, maximum is 6. Um, it all really comes down to how busy you are and what your schedule looks like. I will work with you. It's not like if you can't do 5 days at all that you can't be into my like you can't join my program. That's not at all what I'm saying. We can work with you on this. Um, yeah, with your busy schedule. I know that some of you guys are very busy. Some are busy than others. And if you really want to push yourself, sure, we can do 6 days a week. I'm not against that. Um, but 5 days is what my program is usually. So this is what the phase one of building a lean foundation split looks like. Monday, back. Focus on pulling movements and back development. So this is the training split where we're just doing weights for the first 2 months. Tuesday is going to be shoulders and traps. So upper body, shoulder strength and stability. Wednesday is going to be legs. So lower body power and foundation. Thursday is going to be your rest. So on your rest day, you do abs. Then we do mobility. So stretching and mobility and making sure the muscles are loose and we're not tight. And then active recovery. So active recovery can be like a walk. That's usually what I recommend is like three to four, like 10-minute walks per day. So whenever you kind of have a chance to go out on a walk, you just go out and walk, get some exercise. And walking is super beneficial for you. Um, Biceps and triceps development is on Friday. Arms, Saturday is chest, pushing movements and chest growth. Sunday is once again rest, abs, mobility, and active recovery. So the exercise structure in that first phase is so exercise one is going to be your heaviest lift. It's going to be 3 sets of 12 to 25 reps. Well, once again, we're keeping the reps high in this first phase. Exercise two is going to be the second heaviest lift. Once again, 3 sets, 12 to 25 reps. So we want you to be like completely maxed out at least by 25. 25 should be your max. If you're going over 25, up the weight. So you want to at least be getting 25 with proper form the whole time. Exercise number 3, we focus on the pump, 3 sets, 12 to 25 reps. This is basically just to max out your muscles, really pump up those muscles, get the blood flowing, so on and so forth. Now, the calisthenics is introduced in part 2 of building a lean foundation. So this will be month 3, most likely. Kind of depends on where you're at after month 2. Sometimes we keep you just doing weights for a little bit longer, just because we feel like you need to build up a little more strength before you get into the calisthenics. But usually it's in month 3, but we'll kind of work with you on a one-on-one basis for that. So how we break this down is in the workout, we train calisthenics first. We start with the beginner bodyweight moves requiring more energy and core engagement. Calisthenics in general just takes a little bit more energy than weights do. Um, so we try to train those first, just because in calisthenics, you're literally using your whole body for a lot of these movements. Um, and it doesn't necessarily like burn out your muscles like weights do. Like weights, you'll physically feel the burn. Calisthenics won't do that. You'll literally be training, and then all of a sudden, like you'll try to do another movement, and your muscles will just give out. Like it's weird. It's cool. Yeah, that is why we train it first. Weight second. We finish with weight training to fatigue muscles and chase the pump. So we should do about like 2 to 3 weights, or like um weight exercises to do with the calisthenics that we were training. So like if we're doing push calisthenics movements, we'll do push weights from either shoulders, triceps, or chest, one of the three, whatever. Um, Progressive learning. So we only master 2 to 3 moves at a time, and then we advance systematically. So we'll start at 2 to 3 basic moves. We'll master those, move on to the next, so on and so forth. Form focus, prioritize technique over quantity, build a foundation gradually. This is big. We don't want you to rush into any crazy moves. We try to ease you into them and master 2 at a time, and then move on systematically. Cardio strategy. Do you have to do cardio in this training program? Technically, yes. But it's really not that hard. Okay, I'll explain it to you. So you split it throughout the day. So we break cardio into shorter sessions instead of one long workout. We walk 10 to 15 minutes, 3 to 4 times daily. And walking is great for cardiovascular health and brain health. Um, as well as stress. Like sometimes you'll just be a little bit stressed. Step outside, take a walk. Um, reduce stress will actually improve metabolism. So walking can definitely help with that. Plus, guys, like a 10-minute walk, like you can fit in a 10-minute walk a few times a day. Um, it really doesn't have to be that hard, and just walking will in itself burn calories. Activity options, like if you want to burn a little more calories, sometimes people will need to. Sometimes walking is just not quite enough. Um, but like options are running, biking, walking, sprints, um, or regular cardio like the Stairmaster, etc. Choose what fits your lifestyle and preferences best. Challenge yourself. This is something that we work one-on-one with you with. But usually for most of our clients, you can get away with strictly walking. Or if you're busy, like if you're really busy, like here I say active people may need less. Others benefit from structured cardio or extra calories burned. Some people don't even need cardio because they're just so active throughout the day, and their calorie deficit in their meal plan has them losing weight effectively in itself. So nutrition fundamentals, meal timing, 5 meals daily for optimal results. So we try to break down our meals into 5 meals a day: breakfast, lunch, pre-gym meal, post-gym meal, and then a meal 2 to 3 hours before we go to bed. Now the food quality, whole foods with complete nutrition. So like that's a whole protein, whole carb, um, some healthy fats and veggies. And then we also allow 2 cheat meals off your diet. Um, should have added another F there. Oh well. Off your diet, 2 times a week. So those are meals that you can literally pick for yourself, 2 meals off the diet where you can eat strictly whatever you want. Um, and that just kind of gives you something to look forward to. And you know, doesn't have to be nutrition doesn't have to be super, super hard and strict. Macro balance, protein, carbs, and fats precisely calculated. So we come up with a nutrition plan. Um, right here we say start with 1 gram protein. This is all per pound of body weight. So 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, 1.4 grams of carbs per pound of body weight, 0.4 grams of fat per pound of body weight. Adjust based on progress and goals. So at the start of the program, you're going to be given a meal plan. I will personally make it for you. I'm going to ask you, kind of what foods you want to eat, what foods you can't eat, this and that, and we're going to build a program for you. Um, a nutrition program for you that you'll follow every single week. You'll have a grocery list, so you can go get your groceries at the beginning of the week and go from there. Super, super, super easy. Phase 2 is packing on lean muscle. So we start adding more advanced calisthenics moves. Lean bulking phase where we add muscle and strength to fill out our lean frame. Heavier weight, lower reps, more rest, and more food intake. This is where the real badass transformation takes place. This is where we start adding muscle to our lean physique and really start to transform. So what the split will look like: Monday, legs. We focus on building explosive, powerful, and fast twitch muscle fibers in our legs for athletic functionality. Tuesday, calisthenics/pull. Focus on 2 calisthenics pushing moves as well as finish the workout with weights to fully exhaust our shoulders and triceps. Wednesday is calisthenics/pull. Focus on 2 calisthenics pulling moves as well as finish the workout with weights to fully exhaust our bicep muscles. Thursday, we rest, abs, mobility, active recovery, walking, whatever. We went through that. Friday, calisthenics push. So we're focusing again on 2 calisthenics moves as well with finishing with weights to fully exhaust our chest. The Tuesday was shoulders and triceps. Friday is going to be chest. Saturday, calisthenics pull. Focus on 2 calisthenics moves. Finish the workout in weights with back. So Wednesday, we finish with weights on biceps. Saturday, we finish with back. Sunday, rest, abs mobility, and active recovery. So guys, that's basically it. That's basically the rundown of the program. So basically, if you guys want to lose 15 plus pounds of fat, like Matt did, add on 20% plus of strength gain, performance increase, like Matt did as well, in 180 days or less, while only training 4 to 6 hours per week in the gym, then this program may be for you, and I would love to work with you. So all this that I just went over here, 15 plus pounds lost, 20% strength gain, 180 days or less, 46 hours per week is 100% guarantee. If you don't achieve results, I myself, we will work for you for free until you do. Guaranteed. So if you want results like my client Matt or even myself, book a one-on-one call with me and we can discuss the further actions as to how we can help you out and how we can get you in the best shape of your life. Now guys, please do not book a call if you're under the age of 18. If you're not willing to put in the work, put in the effort, put in the time, put in the energy, if you're not willing to do any of that, then this is not the program for you, and it's going to be a waste of my time and a waste of your time. But if you're willing to put in the effort, you're over the age of 18, you're willing to transform your body, you're willing to train with calisthenics and weights and be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be, click the link in the description below and book a call with me. I really look forward to talking with you, and thanks for watching this video once again. Cheers.